Hey, this is Chris with another episode of Airgun Bootcamp, and today we're going to be diving into PCP air pistols. Generally, there are two types of PCP air pistols. One that's going to be used for overall, everything, hunting, plinking, target shooting, all of that. These are going to be more powerful. This one's going to go out to, 40, 50 yards. So these are going to be using the rounded pellets, the Diabolos, and they're absolutely fantastic. We have another type right here, which is also PCP, but it is meant for more of 10-meter match shooting. So you're going to use the wad cutting or the flat pellets, and this is really meant for punch and paper with extreme precision. Let's go take a look at the first type of the PCP air pistol, the HW44. This is a PCP rifle, which also means pre-charged pneumatic, which means you have to get air into this gun somehow. Most guns are going to be a little bit different, but this one right here, you have a probe that you'll put in here, and with your air tank or a hand pump or a compressor, you can fill up this reservoir. Now, with the PCP pistols, it's really great because you can have multiple shots on some guns like this one, which have a multi-shot rotary magazine. So with this, you load up the magazine, put it in here, and you can cock, shoot, and then do that again and again until the pellets are out. Generally, these have a smaller tank than rifles, obviously, so the shot count will be a little bit less on some of these more powerful ones. Like the HW44 is fantastic for hunting, fantastic for plinking outdoors. It's really an all-around kind of gun. You can use it for 10 meter, but we'll discuss later about 10 meter pistol that might be a little bit better for that application. But this one can also be used in, shooting field target. Really, it can do pretty much everything. And it also comes with a silencer, which is really nice because these PCP pistols often are loud without a moderator. The HW44 comes standard with one. So these PCP rifles, again, are really great for shooting outdoors. This particular one is good to out to 40, 50 yards, depending on the wind and conditions out there, but can absolutely take out your squirrels, birds, pests, rodents, anything like that you may have around your house. This is a nice compact way to have it in a drawer or in the desk right there where you see it and you have to act quickly, grab it, up and go. Whereas a rifle might be a little bit larger, take up a little bit more room in your house. This one is a nice way to just have it sitting there waiting for that pesky rabbit or rat to come out and then get them immediately. On some PCP air rifles like this HW44, you'll see that I have a Picatinny rail right here. So with that Picatinny rail, you can put a red dot, a pistol scope, or even this one's long enough, you can put a full-size rifle scope on this. If you're gonna have a bipod or maybe a rest right there, then you'd be perfectly fine to have a full-length scope and you can test this thing out. And it is surprisingly accurate at long distances like 40, 50 yards. So with a scope or a red dot, you can test that out. You can really test the limits on your shooting ability with a pistol. One of the best things about this PCP is that it is really easy to fill up with a hand pump. Where some of those large rifles are killers to fill up with a hand pump, this small little cylinder right here, easy to do. It'll just take a few minutes to fill up the cylinder with a hand pump and you're out shooting. That was a brief overview of our PCP pistols. Now we're going to go on to the 10 meter pistol. And here we have the Hammerly AP20 Pro, an absolutely fantastic 10 meter pistol. You'll notice a difference. This one does have a much larger cylinder than the previous HW44 that we saw before. There's also one other big thing that I wanted to show you is that with the 10 meter guns, most of the time, this is a generality, that the cylinder will come off. Okay, so with the rifle or with the pistol, there's going to be an attachment where you can then attach this to your tank or your hand pump or your compressor. Most PCPs, other than the 10 meters, will not come off like this. So all you'll do is you'll get the attachment, fill this up, and then when you're putting it on, then you're going to be good to go. So along with these 10 meter pistols, they're not going to be multi-shot. So right here, you're going to be pulling this up opens that action there. You'll put one pellet in there, close it, and then fire. This type of PCP pistol is generally for 10-meter competitions. You're going to use a wad cutter pellet, which is the flat top one, versus the Diabolo, which is the rounded one. This pistol is made for punching paper, so you're not going to want to go hunt with this. You're not necessarily, I mean, you can shoot cans, stuff like that too, but the main focus on this gun is 10-meter pistols. So it's absolutely amazingly accurate. These guns are going to get a very large amount of shots. This cylinder is going to allow for a ton of shots because these are much less powerful than other PCP pistols. So we're just looking to punch through some paper at 10 meters, so you don't need a whole bunch of velocity or foot-pounds of energy behind that. So with these, you're looking for extreme precision accuracy and looking for 10Xs to win a competition, not necessarily to go hunting or plinking. So with a 10 meter, you're going to be using the iron sights. You're not going to be mounting a scope or red dot on these, but with these 10 meters, you'll just focus on these iron sights right here. So that was an overview of the two types of PCP air pistols. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.